Hey, hi everybody. All right, so I'm gonna stop this right here. This is kind of like a really impromptu live stream right now, and it's not my usual time, but I wanted to do something really quick because I was gonna do a live stream for New Year's. I was thinking about coming on like later on and just kind of hanging out, but and I bought this little balloon just to be part of it, and I kind of petered out, and then I realized it still has helium in it. No, I was sort of half on the fence of doing a New Year's show because a lot of people are doing other things on New Year's. So usually here's the balloon. If you, I kind of like, I put it in an odd spot. I wish I could just be over here, maybe. Yay! I love it. I bought it on New Year's Day, and it's still got helium in it. It's still doing really good. So, but anyways, yeah, I thought about doing a New Year's stream, and then I thought, well, people do other things, and probably no one's going to show up, so whatever. And I just kind of celebrated bringing in the new year, not doing that. Uh, but what I did do is that I actually went out on the first day of the year, and you know how like your iPhone has that time lapse in it, and I went and I filmed the sunrise. Although it wasn't a spectacular sunrise because it was super foggy, not super foggy, but overcast and foggy, and it was, but you can see the it going from day to light. And I edited a few videos the next day, and I kind of um wanted to do something different. It's like, man, I don't know about you guys, but I've had nightmare. I say not nightmare, but not my best New Year's Eves. I'm usually better if I'm working on New Year's Eve. I did a lot of countdowns, comedy shows, performed on New Year's Eve and everything. And so I wasn't, obviously I wasn't performing. I wasn't working because, if you're working in the entertainment business and you're working in the restaurant business, sometimes you're oftentimes working on New Year's. And I've done both. I worked in the restaurant business and, been at a restaurant and brought in New Year's and whatever. So I almost thought about like kind of goofing around and just like taking pictures, over here by the lights, and because I can kind of mess around with my lights. I might even like go ahead and mess around with them for a moment. Hold on. Um, let me show you the different. I now just a warning. I hope nobody gets like because there is a strobe version of it, so I'll try not to do that too long. So if you are sensitive or something like that, you might want to shut your eyes on this part. But my lights do this, and right, and then it does this. Okay, that's the one that's kind of, and this is just regular. Oh no, this goes like out, and this it does this for a while. I'll let it be a little weird for a moment. See, it kind of flashes around. So I was thinking like you could actually like if you wanted to do selfies to make it look like you thought you were having a great, like it looks like you're having a great time at a party. You can like take these pictures, you can go, hey, oh, snap a selfie, like, oh, I'm having, have a cocktail, with the lights and everything. But yeah. Anyway, okay, so I want to also address a couple of things that if you don't know, I also am on Rumble. I upload on all kinds of different platforms. So you can find me at Not My Rabbit Hole on Rumble. You can also, I'm on TikTok. I got different stuff on TikTok. I got different stuff on my Facebook page. I kind of have different types of material everywhere. But if you are interested in what I'm doing or what my work is, right? You can find different types of material in different places, and different platforms have different requirements. And YouTube's one of the hardest, although I think YouTube is one of the best platforms because it's the most user friendly and it's the one that drives the most traffic out there. All right, I'm going to stop this, try to get it into the fixed uh, one here. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Okay. That ought to be where we need to have it. Okay. So, anyway, I decided to just be on for a little while tonight because of the fact that I start work again tomorrow, and it's kind of a slow going back into it. I do tutor. I tutor biology, anthropology, and so we have a big, mandatory meeting tomorrow. So I'm officially back working again. Next week will be kind of a slow week. I don't start school for another 12 days, but I do intend to. There's a few things that I like to do. I blog, so I'm going to focus on my blog. Also, I have a Spotify, not my rabbit hole in Spotify. And I want to start getting back and uploading some of my stuff in an audio version. There, you can also do video, so I'm going to work on that a little bit. Probably here on YouTube, you're going to see a lot more short videos for a while. Next semester, I do have 13 units and not 15. Although I have, so I don't know, I might have a little more free time. I will be still live streaming. I know that towards the end of December, I was kind of MIA for about 3 weeks because I was in finals. And then I live streamed on the 23rd doing the holiday update. So, which was my last live stream here on this channel. But please do keep a lookout for my shorts and for my regular videos. I think it's important at some point to get your information, even though I really like live streaming and I like the interaction of it. Sometimes when you're talking about stuff, that information gets lost in that long stream. And if you're doing a really long stream, you have you might get a lot of more hits per the time that you are streaming. But if you're really wanting to see people to get a point, or you want to get a message out there, it kind of sometimes gets lost in all of the different footage, and people have short attention spans. So I'm going to work on getting information out in different ways other than just doing a long live stream and talking about a bunch of stuff. Probably I might actually be doing making shorter videos out of longer videos, and kind of processing them and reframing them for information. Okay, so just to kind of give you an update on some stuff that is going on that maybe be more on the negative aspect starting this new year. And it has to do with, hi, Jane. Happy New Year. Jane says, hi, Terry Joyce. Happy New Year 2024. Is that the HNY 2024 balloon? Yes, it's the Happy New Year balloon. Yeah. I thought, you know what? I almost was like, oh, and I go, no, do the live stream. It still has helium. It's a sign. So I have it. So I have it up. Yeah. So, all right. I was going to get to, some of the negative things. One thing I want to clear up: there's only one person in all of this, right, that I want to speak about, and that person is Arturo Tafoya Lestat. I did a live stream on Rumble on the 29th, and I did a roast, and I did a roast on a lot of the people that I believe have been cyber stalking me and harassing me the whole time I was like in finals and everything. And to me, there is things about it that are humorous, right? I mean, I am a comedian. And it was on Rumble, and I was, sometimes when I go into that mode, I can be well, I could shred somebody, in terms of what I'm saying or how I'm making fun of something or whatever, right? And so I did it like a roast, although in that live stream, I actually am pointing out the serious side, like all laughing aside, here's what's really been going on. And I touched upon some of the players, which I'll talk about that in a minute, but I want to talk about Arturo. And there were some stuff that I said that I made fun of him in about his living situation. Apparently, he's living with his mom and has been for a really long time. And I guess because he didn't want to lose face or whatever, he told people, I think one time, I'm hearing that one time, a long time ago, he said she died. And then he, in his relationship, and I'm just from observation, from watching X posts and things like that, in his relationship, there was, like there was like Laura had posted all these things about how she had brought some people over to research his story. And he went along with, this is my house and my aunt lives in it. And it wasn't his mom. And then it's not the main reason why they broke up, but one of the deciding factors, I guess, or a catalyst, if you will, maybe, one of the things that she, X'd about was that it was his mother. Like the whole time it was his mother. And I realized, like, according to what I was reading and my perception of what she was reading, was writing, she was, upset about it, especially in the sense that she had brought people in to research him. I'm not really sure exactly what the final research product was for, but she was bringing something to the table that was supposed to be based on truth. And that was a big, deal. And I took that little piece of information and I made jokes about it. Now, I will say this, that previously to doing the stream, after Arturo came out and, went with Thomas, got a donation from Thomas Schoenberger, and came out on Hoax. And hi, Michael Williams. You know what? I was just thinking about you. Hi, my beautiful friend. How you been, stranger? Yes. How weird. I'm so glad to see you here tonight, because I was like, Michael, I was thinking about you and I was like, where did Michael Williams go? I was on Instagram because I know that when I was doing those little, when I first started Not My Rabbit Hole, I was doing these little rants on Instagram. And then you would always come in and be part of it. How are you? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I'm looking like right here on my, like as if he's right there, right? In my little column here. Michael Williams. Okay. Great artist. He's a good artist. Oh, you've always been here. Well, you don't always say hi. You don't always say hi. Okay, so let me get back. Where was I on the stat? So I was making these jokes, right? Before we did the live stream. Before I did the live stream, he was kind of, I don't know, felt like he came back to me on X, on the Cheshire Cat, his Cheshire Cat X account. And it was like he's winning, because I did a live stream. I also restreamed on Rumble the DeFango rant on Kate Schneider. and it was an old stream, and I guess, he took it personal as if it was happening now. And so, I felt like he was trying to argue with me about it. And I said, hey, this is an old stream, it's not a big deal, blah 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 blah. We, stopped having a conversation on X over it. He goes, okay, my bad, blah blah blah. And it was just peace out, right? And then, like, after I did that live stream, he was really mad at me. And when I say they, I'm talking about like the QAnon sect group that involves Chris McGinsey Jones and Titus Frost and the OG Mitch R guy. And they got this website where they have Pepe the Frog everywhere, and it's a hate symbol, right? So they're a spin-off of the 17th letter of the alphabet, LARP, right? And so they got this new thing going on, and they have like, and I'll show it here in just a moment so you can actually visually see what I'm talking about. There's a graphic in there that they've created where I have satanic panic, and I believe in all these things, and uh that chemical that starts with an A that everybody talks about, because I just don't want to say these words on YouTube, but adrenocorme, right? That particular substance, I'm not really sure if it's not real or not. I mean, I don't think that there's definite proof that it doesn't really totally exist, but there's not really proof that it doesn't exist. And sometimes I watch different videos about it. But the topic of the things that are related to that were part of that the conspiracy, the 17th letter of the alphabet conspiracy, grabbed under that banner. Because, like, when you're talking about the truth community, which I feel like I was a part of, and I still consider myself to be a person that is searching for the truth and wanting to write and speak the truth. That's one of the reasons why I went back to college, right? So I could get a degree in it, so I would know how to do it effectively and write and have integrity about it. And so I wanted to learn. I wanted to know how to, I didn't want to be just like a YouTuber or, a blogger with, or considered a citizen's journalist. When you have a degree, it's a little bit different, right? You got a little bit of credibility going on. All right. Michael, I know you said something else. You've been doing a lot of art, been doing lots of art as usual. Yeah. I need to start coming in here more. We should do a live stream soon. I would love to do a live stream with you. I would love to maybe have you join me on a stream. That would be fun. That would be also maybe refreshing and different. So yeah, I mean, I would like to have, like, for my YouTube channel, I like to have like more positive content. Okay, that being said, let's get back to the Arturo argument here, the Arturo thing. So here's my issue with what has taken place and what is disappointing with me personally in the way I feel about it. And I don't know if other people who have been watching all of this go down, because this has its own echo chamber. This whole thing that's happening right now, we think that, oh, it's so big, but it's really just a certain pocket of YouTube or social media. But it's brewing. There are things brewing, and that thing that's this part of this media can explode and does affect American politics or world events, world perceptions. And that's what the 17th letter of the alphabet did. Right? I mean, that's what I think really happened. And that's where, that's kind of, in a way, the power of the internet, in a way, because the internet gave a lot of other people voices to say things, but they may not have, vetted the information correctly, or they're not talking about it in a way like, well, I don't know if it is or isn't. I don't know if it is, but I'm not, but I do think it might be, because I said I do believe that it is, but I don't know for sure. I have to admit I don't know for sure. And if it isn't, then I hope I know what the truth is eventually. All right. But um what I think took place is, because I was in this media when it all went down, and I was on channels that had to do with, paranormal stuff, and conspiracy things, basically, and UFO information, and cannabis, because that was kind of like my little paint stroke on in the beginning on that particular network. That was my niche, right? And so all of that being said, in that time period, it not only did I, like I've said this before, not only did I watch it happen, but I watched it happen on the platform that I was a part of. And I got really close to a lot of it. And as a matter of fact, I think I could probably like write a book. And that's why I think I need to start blogging about it. Like, I need to start writing it down. Um, you know, saying my own testimony on what it was like to watch this happen, so that people can maybe understand how it happened. Because I think, in a way, a lot of us on that have kind of are that are doing shows and talking about it or whatever, we're curious about what happened. We're trying to figure out what happened. Like, how do the puzzle pieces fit together? How do we get to the January 6th insurrection? How do we get to, like, the climate that's happening now with this new election? And by the way, the unsealed documents, I'll just say that, because I'm afraid to even say, whose documents they belong to on YouTube, because, like a month later, a year later, YouTube will go, yeah, you said blank, 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 and 4 years ago, and now this is violates our blank, blank, blank community guidelines. Um, but yeah, that's coming out in the pike as well. So if you are interested, on my take, on this particular issue, and I'm gonna, like, probably pull up my Rumble at the end and maybe just kind of source them. Just go, like, if you're interested in hearing my like, I will, like, say certain things, talk about it here at times, but it will be restricted. All right. It will be where, but if you want to see more, then you go to my Rumble channel, and and I always usually, for most of my Rumble stuff, I usually do like a little preview video showing you guys like what the subject is, and when I'll be live streaming or uploading something over there. So when it comes to Arturo, we'll get back to Lestat. I was disappointed, because I really saw Lestat as somewhat of a legitimate source of information, being that he was involved with Cicada, the later Cicada. I say it's the fake Cicada, but he was he was involved with them, and came out and basically was like a whistleblower on them, and a lot of different things. And they're on his conspiracy distillery channel. I had even mirrored some of his information, and sometimes, like, his he was gracious to me about that, like, oh, here's this, here's that, or he would show me stuff that I think that he wanted me to know about what was going on. And so when you see him, like, go back, then it kind of makes you go, what, like, why? And then when I saw the clip of Arturo on Hoax's channel talking about about it, he brings up this, he and Thomas went on about uh, I felt like he was trying to legitimize his choice with like Dan Brown, the Angels and Demons writer, Illuminati, um the movie, the Merovingian movie, right? With Tom Hanks. And I was just like, that's so weak. Like, and I put the Dan Brown stuff down and this and that, and I was like really jabbing him, and jabbing him on X, and when I was doing my rant, I was like having an attitude about that, and it's not so much that I want to argue that, like that's not true or whatever, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, if that's your belief system, okay, fine. But the earmark of the 17th letter of the alphabet was that there was this esoteric kind of Sophia agnostic I am cult association, Saint Germain stuff that Thomas Schoenberger, claims that he's related to, all these different kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay, so you're gonna just put a band-aid on this with some sort of like, stuff that has been basically discussed and hashed, and people wanting to validate and questioning since the beginning of this media starting. No, I just don't think. I go, that's your explanation. Like, that really just like, no, it doesn't hold up. And so this is what I wonder happened. Okay, because it's admitted that like he had drug issues and or is struggling with drug issues, and I make no judgment on that. I mean, a lot of people have issues. I'm no better than anybody else, I mean, so I hope that he gets well in that department. And there were just these issues that were happening surrounding that, and then he was going to get married, so it, like, emotionally it must be an awful loss. It's, when you have a breakup, it must be traumatic. Maybe there was a financial issue within that breakup, and he did a fundraiser, and Thomas donated. Thomas goes, "We'll," and when you're vulnerable, or I don't know, does Thomas have something on him? I just That whole thing makes me wonder, like, well, what happened there? Was it that he was vulnerable and he goes, "I'm just going to go back and I need support. I whatever was going on, I don't know." Right? And my point is that even though I joked about him, and even though maybe, I don't mean to harm him, and I certainly don't want to harm somebody that is struggling with something and struggling with stuff, and maybe I'm not understanding how things are happening personally to him. And for that reason, I apologize. Like, I hope, I know I was joking, and I know I was like blah 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 and whatever, but I just, I really don't want to like make somebody's, I mean, I wouldn't, make things worse for them in healing and getting their life together, and figuring out, their own stuff. Like, I don't I mean, I don't really have anything like personal against him. I did call him a Judas on X, because I felt like he was a traitor by going back. And my feeling is like, well, it's almost like I felt kind of abandoned in a way, I guess, maybe. Or, I mean, and it's not me personally, but I think a lot of people that were relying on his material to be solid, the bottom line is how can we say that when we know that he's somebody that lied about the fact that his mother was alive? Like, no matter how you want to gloss that over, you can't. It's like a glaring red light. It's like, okay, so, but then you want to believe their research, right? And, I find that to be inauthentic. And I'm wondering, and I'm just throwing it out there, and maybe I'm sure, maybe tomorrow I'm just gonna have people trash me for saying this, or you know, caring or whatever, I'm going to get, I'm going to get more hate bombing on X, and, there'll be more green paint on my face and more frog pictures of me. But um I just think that maybe Thomas took advantage of him in a vulnerable state in order for him to manipulate Arturo against Laura's research. Like it's about energy. It's about people collectively banding together and seemingly like they have an energetic voice of bully on somebody. And it's like, well, here's our team, and we're going to go out and we're going to discredit you, and we're going to say this, we're going to say that, we're going to say your research is wrong, and blah 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 blah. And I just felt like them grabbing Lestat back, may was maybe it was for a reason that it wasn't like, oh gee, you know I called you a PEDO for years, and said that you told me, and blah 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 blah, but now I'm going to give you some money and take you back into the fold. And now you're going to go, and because I feel like with him coming after me right away before I even did that live stream, is like, okay, and now you're going to hit Terry, and now you're going to hit Jesse, and now you're going to hit these people. And mark my words, and I hope this isn't it, but it looks to me like he's going to be doing the same things that they've been doing. And those of us that are speaking out against their activities are going to continue to be the target of that. And he will participate in that. That's what because he's already done it. See? And that's what I think is going to continue. Okay. That being said, Arturo asked me if he wanted to come on my show, or if he could come on if I wanted to interview him. And I said, yeah, great. Let's piss off even some more people in our lives. Sure, I'll interview you. Right? That was my response, something like that. And I was really interested in giving him an interview. And then there was the whole Laura thing that happened. I was like, oh, I don't really want to get in that. I don't want my platform. And I don't know if that's what he would have done. But I was kind of concerned about having my platform being used as a weapon against Laura in any of that kind of personal stuff. But I am interested in interviewing Lestat and having a cordial conversation and asking why he really decided to go back with Thomas. Because maybe is there something I'm missing here? Like, have I gotten it wrong? Because that they are the good guys or something? Like I what is it that I'm not seeing? Because for me, the moment I wouldn't be one of their people, the moment I broke away from him, the moment I was like, no, this is not, it's not okay, right? I have been completely this year, the things that have been said about me and on social media and how I've been treated and what's been going on, it's almost laughable in a way. It's so outlandish and so over the top that it's in 2023 that I'm like, what? It's just like you can't even wrap the things that they tried to do to upset me. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And so, when I look at that group of people, I don't see them as being innocent. I don't see them. I see them as not only do we have more censorship on the internet because of it. Like Denise is going off about like how Jedi 3301, lost his channel because, YouTube found it to be conspiratorial and this and that. Yeah, that happened because of the 17th letter of the alphabet. That happened because of like the carelessness of the information. Maybe we didn't know that, I mean, we were all naive back then. We didn't know that, YouTube would, censor things this hard. We didn't know what was coming to us in that sense, how our voices have been tried, have been stilted. I don't think that I know that in my intent when I'm on YouTube, I'm not meaning to like give out disinformation to people. I may have gotten the information wrong, all right, on things. But I have always said that if I find out that it wasn't true, I will come out and say it. I found something else. I was wrong. I don't have a problem saying that I made a mistake. Okay? It's not about like, being perfect in it. It's about like growing and learning and, continuing to, speak truth, to try to, speak what you think is really going on or what you suspect is going on. And I can just say that it's been really awful. I think that overall though, I've dealt with it pretty well. Like I'm still standing. Like I'm still, I'm taking care of my business. I have my, I'm doing my job and everything else is going fine. I'm happy with my personal life and the things that I'm achieving and stuff. But it hasn't been easy. It wasn't easy. And, the weird part is, they go, well, it's you. You're the problem. You're not. I'm like, what is my problem? That I am pointing out how you collectively do it. I'm analyzing your behavior. I'm doing a rebuttal about what you're saying about me. That's supposed to be like, I'm supposed to be the bad guy for that. No, everybody has a right to say their side of the story and to also like say what your opinion is and also say what you believe or think to be true. And it's important to like show receipts. It's important to show something. That's why I say go to Rumble, because there's some things that I'm showing that I don't want to even though it's on YouTube, it may not be on YouTube in the future. Okay? And I don't want their goo on my channel to where I'm going to get cooties and get a bite because I wasn't backing them, but I was showing them, and YouTube wouldn't really understand that, would it? Because like, is there a human anywhere? Hello? Can I get a human to look at this over? No. Half the time that, I don't even know what's going. I don't even know what's going on. AI is taking over. Okay. The list is going to be interesting. I've heard a few names. Mr. I was the president who played the saxophone, right? Like we knew that. Okay, we got Prince Andrew. I don't sweat. I don't sweat. Okay. And oh, and then there is that Donald Trump Association. See, that's the problem. My feeling is about the 17th letter of the alphabet. And my feeling was about Isaac Cappy was like, why can't he give this information without doing hashtag MAGA, hashtag the 17th letter of the alphabet, right? Why? Why couldn't he just say it without doing that? Because what that did, and when you make it about like, have you seen Trump's trading cards? I saw one. Maybe I can pull it up. There was one where like Trump is actually taking a fiber from the suit that he got his mugshot in and putting it in the trading cards, a limited edition. He might as well fart in a box or something. You know what I mean? Like, hey, get your Trump farts. It's just what? It's like he's. Who does that? I mean, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is great! Oh, this is so smart! Oh, I mean, he's probably making a bunch of money. He's got another golf course going. It's Oh my god, we gonna talk about the others off this platform. Yeah, I mean, well, we can talk about, those guys. Yeah, I don't know. We can talk about it a little bit. Trying to be good tonight because I have like people just, combing over my stuff wanting to come after me, I think. I want to talk about more stuff like this. Like, that's something to talk about, right? But Isaac talked about it too. And it was true. Okay. And I think that's what people go, oh, well, that's true. Everything else that they said must be true. Here's the trick that, and I believe this existed in the truth media, it's existed in the UFO media, whatever. You put real truth with disinformation. Like a lot of things, even now, I think that people that are talking about, this pocket of YouTube, what happened to Isaac Cappy, this and that, everybody's little channel, not say little channel, but whatever. Um, some of the stories get really outlandish. And so you're like, and the more outlandish it is, the more we pay attention to it. And for some reason, it's the weird freak outlandish thing that we remember that may not actually really be the truth. So I know you're innocent. I'm innocent. LOL. All right. So, couple things I want to hit here really quick. I haven't shown this on my YouTube. I did something on it on my Rumble channel, but I want you to be aware of this website that is created by Chris. It's Chris McGimsey Jones from Freedom Publishers, Freedom's Publishers, whatever, union. All right. And then, but this is their website. And of course, they always use the pirate and the ghost symbol. Okay. This is, where they're going after Phoenix Enigma. And notice here's the hate symbol. Come on, guys. So this is from the OG Mitch R channel that's Dregs of YouTube 2, and they did a video. You can see that they've used one of my images in here circling around. Okay. Let me see. Let me go back here. Here's something they did taken from a photo that I'd done. And I said that they QAnon sec is a prime suspect in Terry Joyce Rumble hack. Yeah, the live stream that I've been talking about this whole time actually got hacked. It was missing, and I had to re-upload it yesterday, and then I restreamed it again on Twitter, but I took that one down. And you can see here that they're not disputing that they hacked it, right? There's really there's just like a picture and then that. They're not saying that they didn't do it. So I find that to be kind of interesting because if anybody's going to be able to hack something, it would be that group, right? Because they're, it's got Chris McGinty Jones, who, is a crypto expert, knows about computers. I'm not saying, they say they run the internet. Again, more of that. Okay. And then you have another one. Here's another one. They love to do this to me. Paint me green. Here's the guy that's been AI Adonis. Breaking news. These guys, QAnon sec, run the internet. Imperator Truth, Ghost of Captain Frost on YouTube is part of QAnon sec. Here is the site. And there's Titus. We run the internet. Yep. So there you go there. Here's another thing Cicada 3301 QAnon sec. Bunch of stuff about cicada. So it's, again, cicada related. The ARG game, for those of you who don't know, which was the said to be, oh, look at this. Scott Bibler commenting, nice work. Okay, so we have that. And I'm going to look up something. I want to show you a couple things. A couple more things that, oh, shoot, get out of here. Okay. Okay, I'm right here. All right. Hold on. It's in my email. Because I sent myself a couple of links. Yeah. Yeah, here they are. First one is, I found Hoax Wars Steam It. Yeah, I did. And I don't know if Michael knows who Hoax Wars is, but Hoax Wars is a channel that's been around for a long time. And it looks like a lot of these people go back to a guy named Frank Bacon, whose mom was involved with MUFON. So there's that UFO crossover. And a lot of them have been what they call LARPing, live action role playing, basically. Doing, fake drama, attacking videos. And Hoax Wars, my friends, girls came on one of my live streams in the very beginning, and by accident, we didn't know what was going to happen. And I did like a mock little interview with them, and I asked the dad if it was okay if they were on the stream. And these guys ran with that and just, made it look awful and dirty, and it was horrible. And I really feel that they exploited my friend's daughters. I just want to reiterate that again. It was really, really wrong to do that. And especially like if this community is out here wanting to say, oh, we're here for, we're calling these people, we're giving the P word on all these people because, we're about like, protecting children. No, you're actually abusing that. You're using that like a to smear people that are innocent, and that means you that you're not credible. And then my friend passed away, and I miss him. And I miss him not being a moderator in my chat, and I miss like going, hey, I'm going on, and him being around. And was that something that he had to deal with me at the end of his life? See, I watched this other guy's video. He's got a channel. It's EB, AH or EBV, something AH. I have to look at it again. But I talked about him. He's the killer clown guy, right? He's doing a whole video, which he really mirrors this Mitch OG guy, the Adonis AI guy in it, saying, this is your worst nightmare and stuff like that. I kind of adjusted that video. It's still about that guy, but I did it for the LARP thing. And maybe I'll just show that part, okay, that I've already edited on it. But he's like talking this video like, we're upset about what you guys have done to us and blah, 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 blah. And he's called me out by name. Like, I was supposed to come and he was doing a live stream and explain yourself, and I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of things that have been done that's wrong that a lot of people have done. And one of those things is Hoax doing that and Denise doing it because she did it too. She did that video is still up now, even though she put like a bunch of videos on unlisted. That video's still up there. What is Terry Joyce doing with those children? So that's a low blow. That's nasty. That's nasty, nasty, nasty. And then everybody goes, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you. I think that's sue worthy. I mean, I, you know, I mean, I don't want to be on this. I'm going to sue you. I have said that. I think it's sue worthy. Definitely. Absolutely. And we still don't know who Hoax Wars really is. But what's interesting about him is I want to go to this. I found his Steemit. And right here he has Mind Larper. And the last upload was 2019 on this Steemit or the site. And it made 4 cents. Let me see. D2 Premiere, Tinder is not what you think. Hollywood producer comes out as ransom victim, $1.84. Oh, here's one with All Seeing You live commentary, D Live, $1.85. So, this one, Could Twitter Be Killed, got $134.79. What's interesting is this Carrie one. Let's click this for a second. Can we play it? D2 Live. Is this it? Where does this take me? I have to log in. No! This made $1,000 and $1,849. This live commentary, All Seeing You, September 22nd, 2018. $1,849. Wow. I'm going to get out of here. Let me see. So he's spread out in different places. And if you notice about another thing that Hoax does is that he all of a sudden, like, he'll live stream for like 10, 12 hours and then, do all these hit pieces on people and then be gone. Then the live stream's taken down. It's done. Like he's like a YouTube assassin, basically. Here's Jordan Sather. Final questions. How much did this make? 6 years ago. Oh, $1.81. It's not like 1,000 something with Carrie. Whew. It's a big one, right? Hoax Wars. By the way, hoax thou shalt do wars. Washington, D.C. Hoaxwars.com. Oh, there's nothing there. Huh. Okay, so I'm going to take that off there. Oh, really? I got some interesting things to send you. Please do. We're friends on Facebook, or Instagram or whatever. Yeah, send it. I'll be interested to look at it, Michael. Okay. There's something else. I'm going to play just a little bit of music here because I'm going to look for a couple of things. Look for a couple of things. So hold on. Okay, I found it. All right, I found it. All right, so I found another website that I'm pretty sure is actually Hoax Wars. And I think somehow I found it because he shared it on one of his X accounts or something. But he also has a Rumble channel, and I want to show that as well. Okay, so as you can see, Leo Sesser, and this is kind of a, I've actually tweeted, I'm still saying tweet, but I shared this on X. It's kind of a nasty picture going on there. But what I thought was interesting was all the wrestling stuff. Okay. And the reason why I see, it's all this wrestling stuff. It's wrestling videos, and then it's right wing talking points. Alex Jones, Jimmy Dore. Okay, I like Jimmy Dore. All right, I do. Matter of fact, I agree with a lot of things most things that Jimmy Dore says and does. Julian Assange, right? Okay, and then it's got this boxing, sports. All right, I'm gonna keep going here. And it looks like, I mean, is he repurposing this? I mean, like, what does this look like here?
Alex Jones is with us. He's an Austin-based producer, director, writer, and
okay, so it might not even be, and they criticize about like using original material and not using original material. Let me put my banner on. Fair use. This is transformative work. We are educating the public and critiquing the video we are sharing. This is covered by fair use and allowable by law. Okay, so you know, this is a video. Let me see. Anything original in here? No, nothing original. Wow, just ripping off, you know, shit off of like YouTube and repurposing it on Rumble. Unbelievable. Okay. But here's one of the things. I'm going to find it because it matches. Keep going. It matches something that, let me see if I can find it. Let's see a little bit further. Okay, so he's got Tucker Carlson. Oh, the Trump bloodline. Oh, okay. And is Trump Merovingian? Okay. Here we go. Let me see. Where is it? There's this one thing. See? Hoax Wars. Ba-boom! Hoax Wars. Here we go. Hoax Wars October 14th. Hoax Wars October 10th. Let's click onto here. Oh, yeah, it's him. How interesting, right? On Rumble, re-uploading Doom Pierce Morgan, Hoax Wars October 11th, Hoax Wars October 8th, Hoax Wars October 9th. here he is. How to fight in the workplace. Tucker Carlson. Hoax September 30th. Oh, wait. Here I am. Well, my. Even a video about me up here. Who knew? Huh. Well, is this my whole entire video? Let's see. Nothing's happening. Live coverage will be beginning shortly. I'm like, okay, Jason Goodman. All right. So he must have been talking about me. Okay. Oh, Daniel Dowd. September 13th. Now he's talking about Pavana. This is where he stuffed everything. Owen Benjamin, Pockets of Future. Oh yeah. So what he's doing is he streams and then he re-uploads on Rumble. He does his hit piece on YouTube, doesn't want to like lose his YouTube channel, takes it down, puts it up here. Buried. Oh, look at announcement man of the year, Thomas Schoenberger. And he buries it in a bunch of like wrestling videos and repurposed right-wing talking points. Well, except for Jimmy Dore. Oh, look at this. Got Jedi up there. LVN, Nathan trying out skirts. A before surgery thing? Wow, that's not very nice to say about Nathan, is it? 52 views. I'm going to go through all of this. 6 months ago. So he's had this. When did he start? Trump to Ron DeSantis. Oh, May, hoax wars, more hoax wars. Oh, there's DeFango. Oh, shit. How far back does it go? How far back? Owen Benjamin. Okay. Let's go. This is interesting to me. I don't know about what you guys are thinking. Okay, wait, let me make sure my stream's going. All right. Okay, yeah, we're still going. Okay, wait. Shoot. My comment. Okay. All right, I'm just still looking. All right, so hoax wars, February. Oh, he's in. Oh, is that Titus in there? No, I don't think that's Titus. February. 11 months ago. January 19th, 2023. Oh my goodness. Brackets and Jackets song Isaac Cappy. Tom Hanks. Okay. All right. I'm just scrolling through here. Nathan Stoltman. A year ago. So this is from a year ago. Kanye West. 1 year ago. Okay. How far back does this go? 2022. A lot of Nathan Stoltman stuff back around that time. Oh my. Okay, we're talking about that now. Oh, here we go. Uh-huh. Which I'm not going to share my sentiment about that on YouTube. That's a big no-no. Okay. Johnny Depp, more Alex Jones. So basically, he takes other people's material and then, takes other people's material again and humiliates them with on his hoax channel. Oh my goodness, he's been around longer. I'm going to go towards the end. Oh my god. Is that the last page? A year ago. All right, and then I want to show I think I'm going to close out. Probably I see Michael in here talking to me, but probably the other people watching right now are just like they're the ones who don't like me. So, happy New Year everybody. Oh, okay. Um anyways, I'm entertaining myself. I'm enjoying my own show. All right. Um and then I want to go, let's do one last thing. One last, just to put a little button on it. Oh, that's not where I want to be. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So there's a short that was meant for me, right? And we talk about like people harassing you, really. I mean, joking you. They can make a joke. Maybe it's a joke. I should say maybe it's a joke because I did joke about him. So, but this was uploaded. It's got 10K views. All right. Response to Tere Joyce.
Even a 747 looks small when you're flying it into the Grand Canyon. What in the world? Even a 747 looks small when you're flying it into the Grand Canyon. What in the world? Even a 7.
But doesn't that go along with the wrestling stuff that he has on his Rumble channel, right? He's a wrestling guy. I'm assuming. And so yeah. So there you go. Okay, so I wish you the best New Year. Let me see. I was gonna even for my enemies. Yeah, I wish no harm on anybody, really, but I just want this to stop, really. Something's up with it. I am concerned about that group that Titus Frost is in and how they're treating people and what they're uploading on their channels and how they're bullying people. And I think the worst threats that I had was somebody threatening to meet me on campus. That was uncomfortable. Somebody saying that they were going to pretend to be the police and pound on my door, and then when I opened it, it would be them, and they were going to do something to me. That wasn't really pleasant. And also some of the creepy stuff that's going on the Drugs of YouTube 2 channel. Yeah, it's just uncomfortable, and it was scary. And I think that they crossed the line. There's a difference between, criticizing somebody or doing a joke about them that might have been a little too harsh on them or something like that, and doing what they're doing, which is cyber stalking. And I've had my own personal cell phone called, and I've had all these nasty cartoons made about me and with blood dripping off of it, and it's just creepy shit. And the guy that oh, here, one more thing. This guy, I'll just play it for you. Here, where's my channel again? I didn't think I was going to go back to my channel one more time, but I did this as a promo for the oh, that's not what I want. For the I say that a lot, right? Oh no, that's not what I want. That's not what I was trying to go for. Oh, it's not right. Yeah, it's this one. I was, it was the LARPers roast, and this guy, I shared another, like it's on my Rumble. I shared it today. Did a video. It has a lot of meaning to it. That creepy clown thing. He's the creepy clown guy, and if you go watch the video on Rumble, you will see what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, I'll make sure I'll share the link here if you want to take a look at it. But here's the this guy, joking aside, this weird. It hasn't been pleasant. It's been awful, and so this guy cropped up on my radar out of nowhere, and he is condoning one of my harassers that's involved with that website I showed earlier tonight that Chris McGinsey Jones and Titus Frost are all involved with. They're all together here. I'm just showing their association. And this is, even though it's kind of funny or whatever, there's something off about it. Even though it seems like it's kind of comedic, it's got music behind it. He's got a funky little attitude. But yeah. Matter of fact, maybe I should just show the original. But anyway, I'll just do it on mine.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy fucking Wednesday. I was just sitting here drinking this beer, which tastes so good. I love Bush beer. I grew up on it. Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking the best part about being me is nobody fucks with me. Whatever, it is what it is. But nobody fucks with me because nobody can fuck with me. Not even really anybody's tried. That's cool, dude. I mean, I definitely get it. I wouldn't, but I mean, feel free. And so yeah, just kind of like put my fucking stance out there, dude. So that's the best part about being me. I'm unfuckable. Yeah. Kind of like this guy.
I am the AI Adonis.
So yeah. And so there's like a lot of really big talk going around right now, right? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? I'm gonna tell you that I know who he is. No, I'm not gonna fucking say his name. Not ever. 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 Because I like what he's doing. No, it's not Stefano. Look, if we did have to give him a name, I suppose we could say your worst fucking nightmare.
Want some? Get some! Want some? Get some! I am the AI Adonis.
So that was a little promo that I did for that. And joking aside, I'm just going to show the channel because I know for some people that are watching this, oh, don't, we know what you're talking about. Just talk about, well, I'm talking to those people that are just looking at this for the first time and they're trying to understand what's going on. Or maybe they're like, well, Tere told me that these things are happening to her. Let me try to understand what it is. Because it's really hard to kind of explain how they all operate and where it goes to. right? And I guess I've only been in this group of people for like a year. So maybe I'm not doing too bad at it. But this is the channel, Drugs of YouTube, right? And, they started going off about me. Probably, so you can see that my image here, right? There's another video that features me here. This one, they tried to paint me as, they said that I was Hitler's, one of Hitler's children. And, obviously they talk about, OG1, because they're parroting his channel. Drugs of YouTube his channel is Drugs of YouTube, and they made this Drugs of YouTube 2 show, which Thomas Schoenberger has a beef with. And this is a really creepy song that was, kind of dog whistling that they were going to come looking for me. So, I'm not going to play it right now. I mean, because a lot of their stuff, the things they talk about, again, it's questionable. See, is it Cappy? Right? All these videos are dedicated to blaming Corey Daniel for the murder of Isaac Cappy. Okay. Which is a Thomas Schoenberger thing. So, and this guy, this channel, here, let's just play this one. This guy, that guy right there in the right-hand corner, this guy, I believe, whoever's running the Pavana loves OG. It always changes its exit name, but whoever's running that, is sharing this channel's material. And, a lot of us think, well, it's him, but originally the email that they had where they were taking donations in the beginning, and I've got screenshots of that when that was going on, actually traces back to Stefano Portanalo. Maybe I said his last name wrong, but he is from Toffler Music in an association to Thomas Schoenberger. And that's why in that one video, the guy's going, no, it's not Stefano, right? But he's connected to it. So this is him. He's the AI Adonis that I featured, that I just showed you. Right. So let's watch this. I'm sourcing fair use. And this part's all kind of boring, but when you go through it, it's more, questions answered by Thomas. Here, maybe I'll just go ahead and read it. I'll read it here. Okay, so question asked by me and answered by Thomas. So apparently he's communicating with Thomas about Corey Daniel. Okay, did you ever encourage Corey Daniel to sue Gabe? No, quite the opposite. Corey was always trying to blame Gabe, called him all sorts of disgusting names, and his friend Alessandra tried the same tactic. I do not discuss Gabe, nor do I think he was involved in Cappy's death. I think Corey and Daniel Dowd are responsible for Cappy's death. Okay. That's what he's saying. So then here on the side, I asked Thomas again, did you ever urge Corey to sue Gabe? He denied it again. He said, that's so preposterous. Corey doesn't have a pot to piss in. I never urged him to sue anybody. Then he said, why is Corey calling Gabe a douchebag behind his back? So this is in reference to Titus. Total disclosure, Imperator Truth has maintained his integrity throughout the years and is on point in this video discussing Isaac Cappy, I believe Phoenix Enigma, and a Sicilian witch, where participants were, that's spelled wrong, W-E-R-E, were participants in the murder, not where. But again, okay. Did you ever deal drugs with Rick Holiday? Was Rick a friend? I never dealt drugs in my life. Rick Holiday has never been a friend. I avoid Rick. Okay. Did you ever live at the Wonderland house in Laurel Canyon? No, I did not. This is just more lies from Corey. No, that's not from Corey, really. Where did Corey ever say something like that? That's actually from Aiken Drum and Trutch's documentary. So that's like, well, that was really not a good statement. So they're going to gaslight Corey with it. Has Terrace Renfro, one of the documentary producers, ever dealt drugs? Yes, he has. I know one of his clients. Terrace probably has large quantities of drugs in possession as we speak. Oh, wow. He just doesn't. He never stops. Thomas, really, right? How do you know Thomas Schoenberger is lying? His lips are moving. All right. This is an old joke. You can twist it any way you want. It's a hack joke, really, but it's still funny. When it comes to him, all right, because Corey was sneaky and got weird. Towards the end, he would call me up and he sounded high as a kite. He admitted to dousing kittens with gasoline and then igniting them as part of one of their pagan sacrifices. That is just so outlandish. Like, that is just like, what are we reading the National Enquirer here? Seriously. Am I going to get another story about Bat Boy or something? He admitted that he arred a girl who he said asked for it. He admitted he could trick anyone and even claim he had killed a man with a black magic. Corey made it sound like it was our victim's brother. Corey ended up being violent and pathological liar who launched a public investigation late into Cappy's death as part of a greater something plot, I guess. Yes. Okay. Did Corey ever mention Daniel Dowd? Yes. Corey described Daniel as a good friend and a great dad and said Daniel had special powers. I told Corey Daniel that Dowd was that word, and Corey said it takes a village, whatever that means. Oh my God. And I love how they put Bohemian. What? No, they put the Baphomet in there. Oh my God. Okay. Yes, Corey. Like, did Corey know Elijah Priest? Yes, Corey described him as a fellow warlock and said he worked for Mossad. I'm sorry. Oh God. Okay. Oh, it's a clown show for sure. Did Corey ever say why he became so obsessed with Cappy? Corey claimed he was a Christian, pointed out how most of his followers were also Christian, said that he was doing the investigation in the name of Jesus. The problem is, Corey called later when he was high and said, Jesus will drown in a lake of excrement. That was it for me. I knew immediately Corey was a worshiper of Moloch or Bel. Wait, which is it? Moloch or Bel? Or is it? Okay, anyway, Corey is a liar, a mental case, and the likely prime suspect in the death of Isaac Cappy. He also has a ghoulish goat face, like Daniel Ryan Dowd. Wow, I'm not getting near that one. Oh my God. Isaac Cappy's death. Yet he claims he never knew Cappy prior. Is Corey Daniel monetizing a horrible death or being a massive cover-up to save his own life? And then they, oh, and here I come. Here I come. Let's just play this part, right? Here I come. Here I come. Here we go. Why am I even in there at all? It has nothing to do with the story. It's like, well, I know she's going to play it, so let's just throw her face in there. Oh, yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. All right. On that note, I am going to say goodbye. So, and I hope you have a great Friday and the rest of your weekend. And I'll be back. And thank you for if you do like my channel and you're here for like maybe you like the other content I talk about, which I'm gonna start doing more of. Thank you for being here, and share whatever you like with your friends and give it a thumbs up. And God bless everybody. Okay, so now I'm gonna play my song.
Save my soul. Went up downtown. Went up downtown. Went up downtown. Come on to save my soul. Went up downtown. I went up downtown. Went up downtown.
One last thing. I'm just realizing, and I know I'm interrupting my closing song, but I did talk about I'm giving a shout out to Lestat. If you do want to come on my show and do an interview and have us ask questions and find out your reasoning, really, I'm serious about that. Okay, all right.
Save my soul. Save my soul. Save my soul. Save it. Save my soul. Save my soul. Save my soul. On top. Save my soul. Save my soul. Save my soul. Save my soul. On top. Save my soul. Save my soul. Save my soul. Save my soul. On top. Save my soul. 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 Save it. Save my soul. Went up downtown. Went up downtown. Went up downtown. I was walking out one evening late. Moon was rising high, headed for the riverside, around this fuss and fight.